Morning. I believe today is Wednesday. Yes, it is. Days just merge, don't they? Currently in our lockdown situation. My name's Kerry Nutley from Oracle, and I'm very pleased to be introducing the PPMA's half-an-hour mindfulness session with Lethem Green. Hope everyone's feeling well today, and thank you so much for joining. With that, I'm going to pass you straight over to the main man, which is Lethem. Lethem, over to you.
Good morning. Thank you, Kerry. Good morning to you all out there, and thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back. And if you're new to these events, it's great to have you here. The sessions themselves are very much individual experiences. So don't worry if you're new to this. I'm going to talk you through exactly what you need to do. And together, coming together at this time of day, just setting our intention for the way ahead, provides us just with a bit of calmness and stillness for a great turbocharge to our life. And it gives us a little bit of opportunity, especially as time progresses with lockdown and the news headlines that we hear, just to really be thankful for what we do have rather than fretting or getting concerned about what we've given up or what we no longer have. And who knows what the future will have in store for us. We don't know that yet. So again, spending too much time thinking about it is not always that helpful. And something like mindfulness, which is very much focused on the present, the here and now, just enables you just to kind of put some perspective into your life. So that's what we're going to be doing this morning, giving you the opportunity to have some perspective. But it's not about judgment, and it's not about musts and shoulds, but it's about really just noticing how you're feeling with clear intention, on purpose, sitting here together, and just being aware of what's arising inside your body and mind. It's as simple as that. I hope you all enjoyed. For any of you who want to have access to previous sessions that I've recorded for PPMA, they're available on the website. And at the end of the session, Kerry will give us a slide so you can see where you can access those. So they're free, and I hope that you get great value from them. A couple of pointers. If you've got telephones beside you, please make sure that they're switched off if you can. Even on vibrate, they're a distraction. You can hear kind of that whir noise. And this is about an opportunity for you to invest in your mental health and well-being, nourishing that, which is just as important as physical exercise, if not more so. So having just this opportunity to be silent is hugely important. I always use a high-backed chair for my meditation. It gives the opportunity just to give a bit of support if I need it, because what we're about is sitting upright and alert whilst we're meditating, rather than kind of in this, it's not about slouching and being sloppy in our chair. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just inviting you to sit slightly differently. And, until you kind of build up some muscle in your spine, the spine has maybe become a bit lazy, especially as we sit a lot, for our work, many of us. So using a high back chair. If you need to have cushions initially to prop you up, then please do so. If you haven't got them to hand today, don't worry about it. Just it's something to be mindful for the next time. Your feet firmly on the ground. So if you need blocks to prop underneath your feet, think about that. And also if your knees are too bent, putting some cushions underneath just to lift you up. Because what we want to do is get an angle of 90 degrees of the knee. So thigh and calf and shin. So the feet are firmly connected with the ground. And I use a blanket just in case you need to have a bit of warmth, but also it provides a little bit of support for my hands. The hands are resting with the backs of the hands and the tops of the thighs. So palms facing upward. This just helps open up the chest area, for the breath to be free and easy. So we want the arms really to feel as if they're falling off the side of your shoulders here. So heavily using the power of gravity to draw your arms down and resting those hands so the fabric can kind of prop it up to make sure it's at the right height. But all of that, I leave you to navigate your way through the very simple instructions. Without further ado, we'll kick off. I'm going to ask you to stand, being mindful of your physical space if you haven't got much, because we're going to do just a little bit of a shaker here. So just standing with your arms by the side, shaking your hands, being mindful of your physical condition. I don't want to create any injury for you, but this is quite a vigorous shake. Yeah, imagine you're shaking your fingers off the ends of your hands, kind of bring yourself awake. So you might have just got out of bed, sort of just being aware of how you're feeling, you know, kind of easing your way into life rather than forcing it too much. As we move up to our elbows, just allowing the lower arm to be soft as you shake out. Then up to the shoulders. So I was saying, imagine that your shoulder, you know, your arms are dropping off your shoulders, using the power of gravity to release the arms from the shoulders. Perfect. And already my body, you know, I can feel my body connecting with my body, which is so important when we're in our mindfulness practice. So up to the shoulders. This is an area where you can store a lot of tension. So we want some circular motions. So drawing the shoulders up to your earlobes, bringing the shoulder blades together and moving them down the spine. So today, this morning, we're just going to do 3 circular motions of this, repetitions, but you might have more time when you're doing this by yourself. Then in the opposite direction, so bringing your shoulder blades together, drawing it up the spine towards your earlobes, so your shoulders are coming up to your earlobes and down. So 3 circular motions there. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So now we've got our feet, which are hip distance apart, and the inside of the feet are parallel, drawing through the legs, and the arms are soft by the side of your body, and just swiveling from your hips. So you're not twisting, you're just allowing the arms to move freely, just swinging freely and using gravity, just to move from side to side. Very easily, there's no force here at all. Just at your own pace, just letting the arms move from side to side. Fantastic. Lifting through the legs. Yeah. So that space from the pelvis to the lower rib. Feeling that extending as you're moving through the body, but we're not forcing it. Belly, stomach is soft. It's always soft, allowing the rise and fall of the diaphragm to move very effortlessly. Lifting through the spine. Imagine that you're hanging yourself on a coat hanger with your shoulders. So bringing those shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades moving down the spine. So you're opening right across the collarbone, allowing the breath to be free through the throat. Shoulders moving down from the earlobes. Having your earlobes in line with your shoulders and your nose in line with your navel. So it keeps your body very upright. And the crown of the head extending upward to the ceiling. I imagine that I've got a cord coming from the crown of my head, which is attached to a huge helium balloon. Easing me upward, my feet moving down into the ground beneath. I can feel the earth connecting. So it's this extension in opposite directions, allowing the body to be long and light and lifting. You're breathing in through the nose unless you're congested. And the jaw is soft. Often we can store a lot of tension in that area right at the back of the jaw where the top and bottom jaw bones meet, grinding our teeth, often a sign of tension. So just dropping the lower jaw ever so slightly. And the tongue is resting behind the bottom teeth. This sense of uprightness, alertness, is what we want to bring back to our seat. At the same time, keeping the body nice and soft. Always soft. Brilliant. Well done. And now just connecting with your meditation posture. So your feet are still hip distance apart as you draw through the legs. It's exactly the same mental process. Sitting bones connected with the cushion of your chair. And imagine that you're kind of lifting and extending from your sitting bones. The spine always thinking, long, light, and lifting. Extending it through the back of the neck. So your chin is just dropping ever so slightly. And if you feel comfortable, this is purely an invitation. If you feel comfortable, closing your eyes just allows you to kind of draw your attention inward, otherwise taking your gaze down to a point on the floor in front of you. Jaw is soft. The crown of the head extending upwards toward the ceiling. Fantastic. And just being with your breath, settling in with your breath. There's no musts or shoulds here, just being aware of how you're breathing and how you're feeling. Just being with yourself. Your body, as I was explaining earlier, is upright and stable, but at the same time, soft and soft, and always softer. There's no right way or wrong way for you to be feeling. Just being here with a clear intention on purpose, being aware of the sensations as they arrive and arise in your mind and body. And throughout our time together, if your mind begins to wander, that's perfectly normal. The fact that you're aware of it is a great start in your mindfulness practice. And sometimes it can be frustrating because the mind wanders constantly. And always just being aware of that. And those thoughts and stories which arise, just allowing them without force. Don't force them away at all. Just allow them to float out of your mind like a cloud passing in the sky or a bird soaring on the wind. Just watch them float away, flying away. And bring your attention always back to your in-breath. The in-breath you use to focus, and your out-breath you use to release and let go. And just repeating that exercise as often as you need to respond to the thoughts and stories which are arising in your mind. That is perfectly natural. So really don't worry about that at all. This is a time to nourish yourself. Steady your mind. As you've made the decision to be here purposefully, to focus on the breath. Something you can do without thought. That's something you do naturally. But now we're just bringing our attention to it, right here as we sit together. Just being aware of your breath entering and leaving your body moment to moment, breath to breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the rise and fall of your diaphragm as it flattens on your in-breath and contracts on your out-breath. Focus with your in-breath and release and let go with your out-breath. And just scanning the body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Any sensations, tightness or holding that you feel. Focus on your in-breath, the parts of the body, that sense of releasing and letting go with your out-breath. Sometimes it can be like looking at a huge ice cube or dense fog and using the out-breath just to melt that. That's how slowly this can be. Just soothing with your out-breath. Skin across the forehead, relaxing the jaw, softening the shoulders. Think about relaxing the muscles in your ribs, front of the ribs, side of the ribs, back of the ribs where they connect with the spine. Belly is soft. Buttocks are soft. Large muscles in your thighs, tops of your thighs, the backs of your thighs, where they connect with the cushion of your chair. Softening the knees. Relaxing the calves. And breathing space into your ankles. The tips of your toes. Feeling the connection of the earth beneath the soles of your feet. Just begin to follow the breath from your nostril as you breathe in through your nose, your sinus, back of your throat, down your windpipe, into your lungs, down to the diaphragm. Full breath in and the full breath out, rising from the diaphragm, back through the lungs and windpipe, your throat and sinus, nose, nostril, feeling the warmth and moisture of your out-breath, the skin of your lips, and the tip of your nose. And breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is for you today. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as you're experiencing it for you today. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. Focus with your in-breath. Release and relax and soften with your out-breath. Soothing your body, calming your mind, releasing and letting go. Softening, relaxing, releasing. And just gently allowing your attentiveness of your breathing to blend into the background, like the sounds of the waves of the sea as you walk along the seashore. And take your awareness to the sounds you can hear about you at this time, right here, right now. The loud sounds, the soft sounds, the almost silent sounds that make up this moment. Right here, right now. Notice the sounds that you're drawn to. Sounds you're trying to push away. Just notice without forcing. Sit and experience the sounds as you breathe in and breathe out. And gently allowing your attentiveness to return to your breathing. And just notice breathing in. This is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out. This is an out-breath, just as it is. Connecting with the physical sensations of the breathing entering and leaving your body. If your mind is wandering, bringing your attention back to your in-breath. Breathing in. This is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out. This is an out-breath, just as it is. Just allowing your attentiveness of your breath to melt into the background and become aware of fragrances and smells around you as you're sitting here this morning. Breathing in, noticing what you can smell, those odors and fragrances and aromas. Sensing as you breathe in. Being aware. And just allowing your attention to return back to your breathing. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. And if the mind is busy wandering, just bringing your attention always back to your in-breath. Focus with your in-breath, releasing and relaxing with your out-breath. Very easily allowing your attention on the breath to recede and take your awareness to your body and the connection of the earth beneath the soles of your feet. And breathing in, touching a deep source of energy. It's life-giving. And breathing out, you feel nourished, alive with the experience of your breath. Breathing in, you feel a sense of calm. And breathing out, you feel free as your mind begins to settle. Breathing in, you're feeling happy. And breathing out, you send kindness as your mind stills. Notice the sensations of the clothing against your body. Different temperature, parts of your body covered by fabric and those which aren't. You notice that your breath, your in-breath and your out-breath have become deeper and slower without any effort or force, just by sitting here together for a few moments this morning. You now notice the nature of your in-breath and your out-breath has changed. Your breathing is steadier. Your mind is settled. Your breathing is deeper. Your mind feels calmer. You're feeling calmer, steadier, clearer as you breathe in and breathe out. Stillness and steadiness grows more intense with each breath you take. Focus with your in-breath, steadying with your out-breath. Your mind feels at ease, softening and steadying. As you continue to be fully attentive to your breath, you steady yourself, body and mind, clearly in this present moment, with nowhere else to be. Being here, breathing in and breathing out. You smile brightly with this calming and steadying experience. You are the carrier of a steady mind, which is bursting full of compassion, love and kindness for yourself and others. Rest in it, trust it, embrace it. Very slowly, if your eyes are closed, just allowing them to open with care, inviting the day outside into your life, bringing your attention and awareness back into your space, and thinking about the day ahead, living with a sense of calmness and steadiness. So thanks everyone for joining me this morning, and I wish you the best of days, whatever you have ahead, and hopefully we'll see you again at another session that we're holding. And over to Kerry to say goodbye.
Thank you so much. And as Lethem suggested at the beginning part of the call, just wanted to let you know where the replay for today's session is. That's on the PPMA website at ppma.org.uk, and Lethem's contact details and mine are there if you need them. Also, of interest, please join the Oracle HR Talk Time. We're coming near the end of this current series, Series 2. We're looking to create Series 3, starting in May. We just got two more fantastic speakers talking about some critical HR activity. Today we have Jane Baisley. If you want to know the science around why mindfulness that Lethem does is why it's so important, then Jane's got some fantastic information today at 12 o'clock. Please look me up on LinkedIn if you need to register for those calls. And on Friday, we have Adele Pickerel talking about employees and communications in the unknown in today's world. So they're just two calls you might find of interest. So that just leaves us to say, keep well, keep safe, have an amazing day, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye.